Hey y'all, Chacha here, and welcome back to another game of Civ Wars. This is the 1v1 tournament where two civs are pitted against each other to see who would come out on top. And all these games are played in an Arabia setting, and if you would like more information than that, you can log on to the link in the description below and see more about Civ Wars, as well as see the current bracket. Currently this is, I think, maybe the 6th series or something. I think it's the 12th game being played. And in this matchup we're going to have the Turks against the Saracens. And should be an interesting matchup. Both these civs are a little different in the fact that they both specialize in units not seen too much. The Turks, of course, specializing in gunpowder, and the Saracens specializing in camels, neither of which are seen too much, but both these civs are good at it. So a little more viable to go for those units as them. So let's go ahead and check out the civs here real quick, per usual at the start. Turks, gonna get gunpowder units, plus 25 hit points, pretty good. They're researching gunpowder technologies cost negative 50%. They also get chemistry for free, gold miners work 15% faster, and they get the light cavalry and hussar upgrades for free, which is actually pretty nice. Unique units to Janissary, basically a glorified hand cannoneer. Unique text, Scipia, is new for Forgotten. Cavalry archers get plus 20 hit points, which is pretty interesting. And artillery is the same old one, plus 2 range bombard towers, bombard cannons, cannon galleons. And their team bonus is gunpowder units create 20% faster. You can see they got an okay barracks. They do have actually pretty good cavalry archers, especially with that Scipia upgrade. Navy is pretty decent. Full kitted out blacksmith, no onager, siege onager, economy's pretty good. You see the Janissary right here, and yeah, overall not a terrible civ. The one problem with them that I will say, and we're going to pull this back up, is if you look at their trash, they don't get any upgrades past Elite Skirmisher, and they don't get any upgrades past Spearmen, so they do get the worst trash in the game. They do get, their hussars are pretty good, especially getting that upgrade for free. It can be nice to go for a large scout rush with Turks, and then you're going to get the light cavalry upgrade for free. And yeah, I was upset with my bills. They killed 2 sheep. And anyway, go ahead and check out Chabarba here, playing as the Saracens up here in the north. Going for his first warlord here, and if we're going to take a look at the Saracens, Saracens are a camel naval civilization. They get pretty good navy, maybe second best in the game next to Vikings. Italians are up there too. Market trade costs only 5%, so they have the best markets in the game. Markets cost negative 75 put wood. Transport ships have 2 times the hit points, and they carry twice as much, so they can have transports carrying 40 people, I think. Galleys attack 20% faster, which is pretty huge for the Saracens, and cavalry archers plus 3 attack versus buildings. So I guess you could go for cavalry archers with them, but I mean, are you really attacking buildings with cavalry archers? Not usually. Unique units, the Mamluk, which is really good. It's basically like a camel with a ranged attack. Unique tech is Madrasha, killed monks return 33% of gold, which is interesting. And Zealotry, camels, Mamelukes, plus 30 hit points. And their team bonus for archers, plus 1 attack versus buildings. So they really got that whole archer attacking building things going. They actually get really good archers. They do get hand cannoneer. Their infantry line is okay. You can see they don't get cavalier, but they do get the heavy camel upgrade, as well as well, obviously they get the heavy camel upgrade. They're very good camels, and you can see with their unique techs that camels and Mamelukes can have plus 30 hit points. They do have a fully kitted out blacksmith. And overall, they're not a terrible civ. Mameluk's really powerful if you can mass it up. And yeah, one of the things the Saracens can do that's actually pretty interesting is they can go. Oh, Chabar having a bad boiler. Is they can actually go for a really good monk rush. They're really good at monk rushes. They have pretty decent monks, but the reason why they can do a monk rush so well is that they're able to just utilize that market, and there's tutorials online. Maybe I'll do one someday, but basically by utilizing the market, they can go up really fast and make monks, and it's pretty interesting. Monks being one of those units in the game that are actually pretty powerful when used, when microed correctly. They obviously require a lot of micro to use. You have to be sitting here watching your monks, and if you see the enemy coming in, you can use them. They're very good at defending if you have walls and just converting over it. But yeah, overall they're an interesting civ. You can see, looking at maps here, Chachnir, real easy, just put a little wall here, and then this gold is really safe. It is on a hill, and it is, you know, a little off to the side, but just walls here and a wall back here will keep that safe. These deer are really, really close to this mill, so that's good. You can go for deer with the same mill that was used for the berries. That's why this mill is built off to the side. Just going for the normal 3 villagers on wood, so probably not going to see a drush here. Can say that Turks have an okay drush. They get that extra gold mining bonus, can help you get that 10 golden faster, but it's not really anything that's you know, game changer. So they can drush, and I'll go for a drush with them sometimes. Especially if it's a 1v1 setting on Arabia. Drushing on a 1v1 setting on Arabia is never really a bad thing. Chavar having a lot of villagers on berries here. Let's finish looking at the map. Anyway, easy wall off here on the side, and also on the front, military buildings go here, or just wall into the TC even. Can be really, really nicely protected here. This hill over here is a little annoying, but overall, pretty good map. I mean, this wood's pretty safe. This gold's pretty safe, and see, getting house here for a little bit. Actually, who are we on? Chobarba? Yeah, it's Chobarba getting house. That's really not good. And is he going for a drush? He's got the 4 villagers there, and where's his main gold? Did he take 10? No, actually, never mind. He's not going for a drush. This would be really late for a drush. Chobarba is probably going to click up soon. I see him on 21 pop. He needs to drop off the food. Oh, he had so many villagers on berries because he's missing sheep. How many sheep is he missing? He's missing 2 here, and he's got these deer. He should maybe go for those deer. Oh, there's 2 more. So he was missing 4 sheep off to the start, and so that's why he was going so many on berries. So pretty bad start for Chobarba, and still hasn't clicked up yet. You can see he's trying to get that food in, and really, really kind of struggling here. It's too late to re. Looking at Chobarba's map, he could wall here and here, wall off on the front, and he's got that whole side pretty safe and a large area in the back, but he is really open on the front, so if he wanted to, he could do a full wall off, but it's going to be pretty tough to do. You can see Chachnir just scouting him out, and Chobarba really late on the scouting actually. He's just now leaving. And clicking up to Feudal Age, see Chachnir should be almost there. No problems going up really. In fact, I actually have all this extra food. Chobarba probably would have loved to push these deer, and but not really going to happen with this scout being so late. And you see Chachnir pretty slow getting that stable out. It's not really good. There's a stable going for a scout rush, and you don't see the 2 farms built here because, well, I got the deer, so I didn't have to go for those farms so early like you would typically see. Chobarba going up on 23 pops, so I guess he's not so far well, he obviously had to delay quite a bit to be able to go up, and that's never really a good thing. And you see him going for a wall off. I guess he feels he's pretty far behind, and he just wants to wall at this point. And Chachnir already up, and Chobarba can't even get Spearman out. Now he can. And Chobarba, I'm pretty sure he saw the stable. No, he actually didn't. But lots of idols. Where's his scout? Did his scout die? No. There's scout. So he probably can assume Turks, I would go for a scout rush, but archers are also good for the Turks because they do get that gold mining bonus, and that helps quite a bit when trying to get some archers out. So you see resources, Chobarba here on 27 pop, and Chachner here on pretty low resources, has quite a bit of wood, and this scout is brave. You know what this is? It's kind of a pathing bug. I don't know if it's in HD or if it's in Voobly as well, but you see, I think it's your normal scout, or when together with these other scouts, he doesn't like to march with them. It's like they want to exclude him or something. You'll tell him to go somewhere, and you see the spearman Chobarba not messing around there and going for these deer a little late, but it's good. He should go for them. Did he ever find those 2 sheep? I think he did find all his sheep. He's just really slow at it. So just getting a little bit of harassment on these villagers, not too much damage. Chobarba going for a few scouts of his own, and wow, I cannot see this. So these villagers are very far away from this town center, very unsafe, but I can't see them. I have no idea they're there, and I'm just going to keep trying to prod around here and trying to harass these villagers where I can, keep them off these deer, and trying to micro away from these spearmen because I do not want to fight them at all. Chachner just going in and range up, going to go from scouts into archers. You can see stop that scout production. And just had a few spears out because I saw his stable, and oh, there we go. That one's my bad. I had him grouped with these guys. And you see Chobarba did wall this all off. I was looking for a villager, but he walled that off quite a bit ago. And just trying to harass a little bit more. Got some idle time there. Chobarba now going for the gold. So let's check his resources. What is his plan? Well, his plan is to wall up. And, you know, pretty ambitious wall, but he did get it in. And, that's a pretty huge wall, actually, but he's got lots of area, and he is very safe. Walling this, that's pretty clever on him. Keep the scouts from coming in here, and he just has these spearmen spread out. Maybe a little one too many spearmen, but that's not a huge issue. And it keeps going fast, so look how slow that is on normal speed. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes HG just doesn't know what it wants. And oh, gonna get caught out there a little bit. Take a little hit, and gonna try to micro that a little bit. And yeah, Chobarba is, you know, he is definitely paying attention. He did lose that spearman, but for a scout, really not worth it. That's a good trade for Chobarba. And he's gonna bring his other spear to protect the gold villagers, and yeah, not watching very well. Let's check what's going on here. Chobarba trying to get in, but Chachner just walled that off, only just. And a wall here would be good. Oh, I know I need to wall that. Yeah, I probably do. But Chobarba not really aware of that. You can see archers for Chachner out already. Chobarba, these scouts just trying to do the damage where they can, and I don't think they picked a villager. They did get close though. And let's see, some archers out for Chachner. Is Chachner almost up? Getting there. 650 food, and Chobarba, where is he? 400, 500-ish food. He is climbing up there, and you can see, excuse me, I see Chobarba is walled off pretty well, so assumption is that, oh, there's a hole here, and no, there actually isn't. It just looks like there is with the Pussywood or Tiny Trees mod. There's actually a little tiny tree there. You can see, I know Chobarba is walled off quite a bit, so my assumption is that he is planning on going up, and both those scouts getting cleaned up. But, you know, they caused a decent amount of harass. Hopefully they gave Chobarba quite a bit of a headache. I think I was trying to go for this villager here, but those poor scouts just weren't able to get there. So lots of weak villagers, but I never picked one. And you can see a spearman coming around just to try to deal with Chobarba's scouts. His scouts really haven't done much either, but he obviously didn't spend as much on them. So just a few archers out with the +1 fletching to be expected. Chobarba at 42%, and Chachner actually later up, interestingly enough. I think I went for wheelbarrow. Yes, so I have wheelbarrow. Let's see, Chobarba, does he have wheelbarrow? Try to see. Oh, I'm not selected on this thing. These archers not being able to get in, but they are causing some idle time and giving Chobar a bit of a headache. And gosh, let's see, 10. No, so Chobar does not have wheelbarrow, but he will be up sooner. 75%, Shotchinator on 50 some odd percent, so going to be a little later. Lots of villagers on gold, and my plan was a little different than usual. You see I'm going for bloodlines. My plan was to go cavalry archers. I really wanted to use that sepia upgrade and get that plus 20 hit points. However, I will need a castle to get that out. You can get that secondary upgrade in the feudal age though, so that is, or castle age. So you don't have to wait till Imperial, so that is nice. Chobarva. Chobarva's in castle age. He's got quite a bit of resources built up. He's only on one range. That's kind of a problem, but he's also going knights, so he's going archers and knights. And what upgrades does he have? Well, just the +1 on his knights, so maybe he's going knights, and he got the archery range up because, well, maybe he did want to go both. Hold back here. Oh, Chachner or Chobarva getting a mangonel out. There's a lot of archers here, and he's gonna have to deal with that somehow. And this definitely isn't enough army to. He's still missing fletching, and that knight only has a +1. And it looks like Chobarva wants to continue to go knights, and well, he's not making anything, but he's got the resources. He's really got to spend them. I don't know if he got the wood chopping upgrade, and wow, big hit right there. Good shot from Chobarva right when they become crossbows, and yeah, it was a good hit. I clicked over here and saw it after the second one, and I knew he's getting mangonel out, but I didn't think it would be that soon. He may have gotten a hill bonus there, so he just cleared those archers up really well and kind of just turned this around. A few more archers coming forward for Chachinator, and we see Chachinator is going for the cavalry archers now on 3 ranges. Still got that hole here in the back, and oops, yeah, that was my bad. And getting a second TC up, and we see the resource difference. Chachinator is spending his resources pretty much a lot, and Chobarva's doing a little bit better now. He's still got too much gold. He's got a lot of villagers on gold, and he still has this town center task to go to gold, so it's kind of an issue. He could definitely use another stable, and you can see him building this archery range and not really using it has been an issue. Quick reaction there from Chobarva to jump in that TC, and oh, there's the second TC up. Two, yep, okay, so he's got 2 up, idle villager. Gonna be getting a lot of extra wood in, and let's see if another villager comes up right quick. He probably wanted to go 2 TCs real early, but having to get that siege workshop and mangonel out obviously cost quite a bit of time. However, it definitely paid off. He killed a lot of archers and saved his eco, and you see the scouts just trying to be annoying, and there's some knights coming in, and these crossbowmen now with the +2/+2, so they got that +2 defense, but these knights have the +2 defense as well, and I don't think they'll be able to stand up, not out here in the open, and they're just going to get cut down, and there's really no point in running at this point. They've been caught out, and running would just be futile. They would just get chopped up. But you see these cavalry archers now coming out, and they are fully upgraded, except I'm sure I'm missing a university. Another town center coming up here. I wanted to get this stone, but this is the closest I get that town center, and I really wanted to protect this area. And going to be an interesting game now. Chobarva coming forward with his knights. Does he have bloodlines? He has the bloodlines upgrade, and he's got the +2. So these guys are looking pretty scary. No attack upgrades yet. He doesn't have the food. Still has way too much gold. And Chachinator still spending resources pretty well, keeping these military buildings going. And that's really what you want. And there's really way too many cavalry archers here for these knights to push. But being as the fact that I do not have ballistics yet, they will be able to just ride away absolutely no problem. So ballistics should probably be a priority. And there you go, university. I love it when I say something and I'm doing that like right when I say it. It's always a good thing. And it's at that point where I realize, oh, he's probably going pretty heavy in knights, and oh, you hear that? Camels now. So I know he's got a lot of knights out, so I'm gonna go camels. Why not? Turks get pretty decent camels, fully upgraded. They don't get any bonuses though. And let's check the town center situation. Got the 3 up for Chachinator. Chobarva, where are you on? He's got the 3 up now too, and I think he may have gotten his out earlier. And villager getting caught out. No villager kills yet that I've seen, actually. I think there's been maybe 1 or 2, actually. relics. That's a relic, and Chobarba going for those relics really early, and he should heal these knights, and he will do just that. Knights are very expensive, and they're always worth healing if you can. And ouch, taking a hit and dodging a second one. Let's see what else is coming on here. Chobarba now making a hole in this back wall here and taking the score lead, and it's actually very close to this point. Actually, I think he's had that score lead for a while, but having less military, he may have more eco here, and it's really not balanced too well. He really needs more food. He's trying to keep these 3 TCs going, and a market. He's got to have a market. He does not have a market. No market for Chobarba. And just Chachner just trying to raid where he can, because I feel like at this point his eco's way bigger, and I would probably be correct in saying that. He was up Castle Age earlier, and I think he got his TCs up sooner, so there you go. 4th TC for Chachner out on the front, and Chobarba having lots of wood and gold build up, and Chachner really just spending everything, kind of going all in this military and really not doing much with it. Trying to get in where I can, but you see Chobarba's got mangonels, and he's got his TCs and these choke points. So it's hard to try to get in. I could punch in right here, that'd be a good spot, and let's see if I do that. I think I saw that he was chopping wood over here. Nope, I was just trying to find a way in. And I'm gonna try to pick up villagers. There you go. And I'm pretty sure I got ballistics. I have the university up, so I'd assume. And these camels are just gonna absolutely wreck these knights, even though they have no upgrades. Upgrades would be nice though, but I didn't really have enough of them to really justify it. And obviously, resources aren't really permitting. Getting housed again, bad. Let's see, Chobarba, 104 population, Chachinator on 108, so it's pretty close, and you see Chobarba now coming in, pushing forward with these knights and forcing quite a big response from Chachinator, probably way too much response, and these knights are coming in and killing 2 villagers. I see 2 villagers down now, and oh, there's a knight over here too. That's 3 villagers, and they're so far away from a TC, there's no way to put a TC on this gold, and I was gonna try to wall them in, but I guess I misclicked there. But you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 villagers, 11 villagers, 12, 13, I don't know. It's a lot of villagers dead, and Chobarba losing knights, but definitely faring a lot better there. And another knight up here, another knight over there, there's just knights everywhere. Very, very good raid. Oh, sorry about that, the game crashed there for a little bit. So as you can see, just getting back into the nick of things here, Chobarba came in and killed a ton of villagers, and also, you know, definitely harassed the gold income, and just literally caused a whole bunch of disturbance. He also caused this entire army from Chachinator to come back from trying to be aggressive here in the front, having to come all the way back. So looking forward, let's see. Try to get back into the things. You can see Chachinator having enough stone to get a castle up here pretty soon, and want to get that sepia upgrade so that you can get that plus 20 hit points on that cavalry archers, and that's going to be 90 hit points on those guys, so they're going to be pretty tough. And you see Chobarba here floating a ton of resources, lots of wood and lots of gold, and you can see he's starting to go back into archers and make those. I guess he's going to get away from making knights here, and just the one stable. So these knights have done pretty good for him, but I guess he sees these camels and he crossbowmen going to lose these cavalry archers, but they'll do just fine against the camels. They'll do great against the camels, but Saracens get pretty good archers. He does need to get that bodkin upgrade, and is he going for that? Not yet. Chachinator here, you can see getting that castle up, throwing it up here to protect this golden stone. Maybe could have put it a little more forward and stonewalled this or something. I don't know. Not a terrible place. Chobarba could also keep picking up the relics. I think he had a monk or something walking over there, and I just shot him real quick. So just trying to be aggressive with these cavalry archers and keep spending resources. And see Chobarba now. Now he's not going to be spending food on those. Oh, he said Imperial Age upgrade. So he now has the food. He's now going Imperial Age, and That's good for him. And is he going? He's still making these crossbows. He'll probably go for arbalest right away. And these cavalry archers, he's got to find a way to deal with them. 120 population for Chobarba, and Chachner on 140, but lacking the food to go Imperial Age, and needs to keep these rangers running. Needs to be starting to have a stockpile of this wooden gold. Just spent a whole bunch, as I said, that on more cavalry archers. And you can see getting that Sepia upgrade too. That's quite expensive. Chobarba now having to deal with these cavalry archers who need to come in here and do some raiding now. You see Chobarba's gone for a more economic build, and you know, I've been trying to play this a little bit more aggressively. Converted this knight here. He had the one knight coming in and harassing, and I had a monk. I was trying to pick up a relic, and he got shot by these crossbows. And you see Chobarba pick 2 villagers as well. Gonna have to find something to do with those. And now having that Seppi upgrade, you can see there's 90 hit points on these cavalry archers. These are pretty scary. And now Chobarba kind of in the soft underbelly of his eco here, and really not much to defend. He's got these crossbows, but they really can't deal. He's got what? I don't know, about 12 maybe crossbows, maybe 18, and well, that's a whole lot more cavalry archers. And if you just look at their stats, cavalry archers with more attack and more, a lot more hit points. I mean, 90 versus 35, it's almost 3 times as much. And staying on his TC for probably way longer than I needed to, but just wanted to kill a few villagers and probably not paying attention now getting out of there. Chobarba really needs that bodkin upgrade. Let's see, is he Imperial Age? Yes, he is, and no upgrades coming in. He's got tons of resources. He really needs to be spending that. I guess he's focusing on dealing with these cavalry archers. And it looks like he's still missing ballistics as well. So I could actually micro this, but I don't think I'm aware of that. But there's really no need to. He's going to get massacred here. Tons of resources. Chobarba's floating. I see the arbalest upgrade. And still missing bodkin. That is a really big problem. That's a huge problem actually. Scores. Chobarba is about 300 behind, it looks like, and Chachner, oh, I hear University just getting up. I guess he knows he's missing ballistics now. And I should be pushing this a lot more aggressively. You see Chobarba now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's at 6 town centers, I think. These camos still not upgraded, not really doing much. And there's the arbalest upgrade, and does he realize he's still no bodkin? Chachner needs to be clicking imp pretty soon, just clicking imp actually. Pretty late on that, but going for these really expensive cavalry archers, and now starting to get that scale barding armor. Going to be going for their free hussar upgrade, and don't want to be sitting on his TC, but it looks like Chobarba didn't garrison, so that's alright. But I see he's starting to go for these skirmishers, so I'm planning on changing. He's trying to raid here on the side, keeping a few villagers idle. Here, relics being picked up. Let's see, yeah, Chachner picking relics up. Gonna start taking those in, and Chobarba should already have a few. Yeah, he's got 2 already, and let's see, he's going for this 3rd one here maybe? Does he see it? Not yet, he's so close. This cavalry archer is just standing here, and could probably, where's those other ones at? Yeah, he send those in. And Chobarba, what are you doing? Still going for arbalest, and he's finally got bodkin. He needs to get bracer though, and he needs his armor upgrades. Really slow on those upgrades. It's pretty terrible. Getting ballistics now finally, and 2 mangonels coming in, and let's see, his eco's doing pretty nicely. Still at only 140 pop, and you see he's got all these town centers producing. And ouch, hit by 2 mangonels, another mangonel coming in, and lots and lots of arbalest up here, and gonna kind of get caught out here definitely, and trying to get out. These mangonels not being nice, and you can see these cavalry archers just dying all over the place. I was trying to get out over here, but obviously couldn't do that, and now just gonna have to sit here and fight, and just huge mistakes here, huge mistakes. Big win for Chobarba. You can see that score swinging in his favor by almost 1,000. And the worst part about that is that's almost Imperial Age, and you see now I'm garrisoning up these archery ranges. I need more archery ranges. Going for these stables, got the hussars. And the biggest problem with this was that Yeah, I was almost Imperial Age, and I could have upgraded those guys to heavy cavalry archers and would have made them a lot stronger. You see now they have the bracer. I have a second blacksmith up, which it's always good to get a second blacksmith up when you need to get a lot of upgrades in. You see I was trying to upgrade these guys and get the bracer and upgrades on these guys. And these hussars, I got that free hussar upgrade, so that's excellent. I'm gonna need to get some siege out here and putting another blacksmith. I think that was a misclick. And really not. There you go. There's bracer. I guess I didn't have bracer. I had chemistry, right? They get the free chemistry upgrade. Sorry, I just saw the +3 attack. So now I have bracer. So getting that free chemistry upgrade's good. And these hussars get kind of chopped down, but delaying this castle, and they're pretty cheap. You see lots of resources for Chobarba. Chachner need to start getting more food if I want to keep making hussars, and also need to get more ranges up. Need to get more military buildings, and a siege would be good. Bombard cannons would take out these mangonels, which are really being a real pain for these cavalry archers. Saracens do get the siege onager upgrade, but I don't think we'll see that. Chobarba now still missing bracer. He's still missing his upgrades on these guys, and that is so huge. It's terrible. And there you go, now he's getting bracer, finally. And he can get another blacksmith up as well, that would be good for him. This castle's going up to help protect against raids, but obviously a little late. Chobarba's going to get some good raiding in there. And just barely holding on. Yeah, really, he's kind of just holding in there. He's got a monk over here. Looks like he's going to come pick up that relic. And you see getting these siege workshops out. Going to get these bombard cannons out. Get very good bombard cannons for the Turks here. And let me fix this sound. It's a little loud. Okay, hopefully that's better. That's pretty quiet. 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And anyway, so Chobarba coming in this way and gonna force in a garrison here. Now gonna have to deal with it. You see the heavy cavalry archer finally, and there's 100 hit points on those guys. So definitely not something Chobarba really wants to fight. He's now going for the Mamelukes, which are really powerful. You see they do use the cavalry upgrades, so that's why they have the +2 armor that Chobarba got earlier. And they just mow down cavalry, so it's going to actually be a pretty good choice, although they're weak against archers, so cavalry archers against these guys would be an interesting fight. You see Chobarba finally getting cleaned up here, and I need to make a lot more villagers to help gather in these resources, and need to get more ranges up, but I'm kind of getting a little overwhelmed at the moment. But you see lots of resources, I need to spend it only on 129 population, Chobarba on 161, and he's now going for some bombard cannons of his own, and I can't quite afford the upgrade to get the +1 range or +2 range on those guys. Let's see, these guys need to pull back. You don't want to be throwing these away for nothing, and they're also missing an armor upgrade. Not getting it out of any of my 3 blacksmiths, and missing the attack upgrades on my hussars, but they do have all their armor upgrades, which are more important, so that's good. And you see, running low on food, spending a lot on these hussars, and trying to keep some villagers coming out. Just got raided pretty hard. Chobarba, one of the things about his map is he's kind of running out of wood. You see he's running out of wood over here, having chopped wood there, and his next closest wood piles are here and here, so you see him kind of moving out. Chachner having, again, too many resources built up, 150 pop climbing up. Chobarba really needs to kind of push his advantage here. He's got so many resources, and he needs to build some military buildings a lot closer. He got these siege workshops, but you see he's got all this walk time. Had he built a lot more ranges up before, he wouldn't have that. But he's kind of going for Mamelukes right now. Good choice. Starting to get the attack upgrades on him, and it's still missing all the armor upgrades on his Arbolas. That's pretty bad, especially with all these resources built up. He really should have those right now. And yeah, I was talking to Chobarba the other day, and he even said he's usually pretty bad about remembering to get his upgrades. And that's pretty big. I think he's lost several games just because of that. And score lead still by a good 2,000 almost. And not looking great. A lot of that's economy. You can see Chachner going over here and building some archery ranges and just starting a raid. I just wanted to start getting some raiding in. I saw these villagers over here, just going to kill them. while they're a little out, and we're just going to throw them in this town center over here. And trying to keep this front, trying to hold my front, and having these castles on the side is definitely helped to keep that raiding from coming. Chihuahua can't just walk in and do some more raiding. So you can see he's getting Siege Workshop and starting to get the Cav Ram upgrade to help deal with these castles. Still don't have that +2 range on those guys. That would definitely be helpful, but I gotta take these castles out. And let's see, now having the +3 armor, these are fully upgrade heavy cavalry archers with the you know, that's +20 hit points more than what you'd usually see. Like a Hun cavalry archer would only have 80 in comparison. So obviously Huns still have a lot cheaper ones, but need to keep these guys out of fire from the castle. That would be good. But Chihuahua gonna lose his castle. He's not repairing it. He probably should grab these villagers over here and repair it. Oh wow, could have finished a cannon there and didn't. That's kind of big, but might go down anyway. Trying to do some raiding with these hussars. Cavalry archers coming in for the back. But Shabarba does have quite a bit of resources, and he's only at 57 pop, and he needs to start making stuff. You can see he's starting to go for these light cavalry. He's got tons of food. He can afford it to make them all day. Still missing the armor upgrades. A little bit of cannon war. Ouch, he got 2 for the price of 1. Good job. Still missing the armor upgrades on this Arbalest, and again for iron casting, he's going for the upgrades on his cavalry. And we can check that on this guy. He's still missing 1 armor upgrade. There's another cannon probably gonna get shot down. I do see all this shenanigans over here now. Keeping the rating up, trying to keep Chobarba busy with all these guys. Chobarba really needs to be spending his resources. He's only at 150 pop, running low on gold though, and Chachinator also starting to run low on gold, has a little bit more stone, having kind of a build up of resources as well. 178, so popped a little better, and need to keep these military buildings going. I see this, so I'm starting to send my guys over there. Chobarba missing the Hussar upgrade. Is he going for it? Not yet. He can't afford it. 600 gold, so it is a little pricey. So it's nice that the Turks do get that upgrade for free. And I'm also missing the last attack upgrade on those Hussars. This push didn't really go too well for Chobarba. I saw it a little early. My guys are, I mean, if you just check the stats between the two, my guys have an extra 15 hit points, same amount of attack, but a lot better armor. So even though I'm not outnumbering him here, I should be able to hold him off pretty well. Not to mention the fact he's fighting under castle fire, so not really good for him. Cavalry archers in the back continuing to do work and just harass this eco, and I'm just trying to hit Chobar where I can. You see Chobar having to, losing quite a bit of villagers and having to deal with this really, and he really doesn't have an answer yet. He's kind of just moving more forward, and looks like starting to build up some skirmishers here. Chobarba, no, he's starting to fall behind on pop too. 133. He needs to keep making villagers because he's lost a number of them, and that's one thing a lot of good players forget is once you start losing your economy, you need to, once you get raided, you need to replace those villagers you lost, unless you had just way too much eco. But in this case, Chobarba, he does have a lot of eco, but he's lost enough that he can probably justify rebuilding some of it. See, also losing some over here. So kind of starting to lose his foothold. You can see the score now, 600 points in Chachinator's favor. He's trying to get this castle up to help protect from raiding, but I saw that. And see, gold count, Chobarba on 97, and Chachinator pop cap and only 155 gold. And you see, this is where relics become so important. You see that constant stream of gold, but there is no more gold left on the map, and that's definitely not a good thing. And Chobarba here, on the other hand, he has the 3 relics, so he's kind of, that's a really a good thing for him. Chobarba just trying to do some raiding. You see, he just doesn't have the gold to get these upgrades in that he needed earlier. He can't afford to get the Hussar upgrade, which would be big for him, and he can't afford to get his armor upgrades either. He's got to save up. Takes a long time for that gold to finally produce. This one cavalry archer has killed probably like, I don't know, a ton of villagers on his own, and he sees cavalry archers just running through, just killing villagers where they can. And Chobarba having really, no answer to this. I mean, mass skirmishes is pretty much the only thing you can do at this point. He doesn't have the gold for anything else, and he's not producing them. He's starting to run out of wood actually, and you see him trying to get some more ranges up, probably to make some skirmishers, but he can't get wood, and you can see wood in his base is gone. He's got this wood over here that he could access if he killed that one guy, and he's doing a good job building lots of military buildings, but now they're not producing. He could be making lots of more scout cavalry, but this castle here is gonna, you know, kind of shoot them once they're created. And you see him trying to just get wood where he can, and just getting raided. He's starting to have trouble just dealing with all the raiding. You can see his cavalry archers just basically sitting wherever they want, and Chihuahua's not able to react fast enough to deal with them, and he's just running. You know, he's out of wood, and he's got food, but he's not really producing anything. He's just kind of just sitting there at 101 pop now, and Chashner now on 196, almost 200, so really not looking good. Shobarva. Oh, I also still have stone to mine, so that's good. Stone and gold become pretty important, and also later in the game, your castles become so much more survivable, just because you know, siege becomes so expensive, and if you can't get the siege out, then you know, if you can't get the siege out, you can't take the castles down. So castles almost become a lot more better at protecting things. Choparva. There they are. He does have the elite skirmisher upgrades. Still missing the armor upgrades, but you know, that 5 pierce armor, they're going to do pretty good at taking out these cavalry archers. But there's just so many of them, and he can't get the numbers up. He's only at 82 population right now, and just kind of dropping fast. One hand cannoner there. And Chachanir just needs to mass up some siege. Let's see if I can Choparva. Tons of food, no wood. See all the buildings queued up, but siege, not having the gold for siege anymore. You can see here's the other thing, the big mistake that Choparva made, and the reason why I've been able to utilize so much more gold units than Choparva is because oh, these guys getting cleaned up back here, getting caught in a town center fire, and skirmishers and light cow, so that's kind of a little win for Choparva. But the market, I've been utilizing the market, so you can see the market's completely sold out right now from wood and gold, and you know, I had an excess wood and gold, and you see I just sold a whole bunch more to get more gold, and with that I was building some siege to take out this castle, and market becomes important to use. And when Choparva had all those extra resources and, you know, nothing really to do with them, he should have just sold out the market, and that way I couldn't have made as many gold units. Choparva trying to get some raiding in back here, and you can see I have a pretty decently balanced economy. I'm just sending these villagers forward to kind of die because I want to make more room for military, and well, you know, deleting them is just too much work, especially with lag. So these Hussar are fully upgraded. I have all my upgrades, which is important, especially in late game when you're running out of gold. And I wish I could speed this up a little more because it's kind of going downhill for Choparva at this point. But I think he kind of just wants to stay in there because, you know, he definitely had the advantage, and he got to Imperial Age. He had me push all the way back. I mean, I don't know if you could see it, but he even asked me to GG. Yeah, I mean, you know, I knew I still had a lot of resources. I just hit Imperial Age, and I knew I had a chance. And you know, so far been a lot of good raiding, and that's helped push the game back for me. You know, getting these cavalry archers here in the back, and Choparva told me afterwards. He said, "Man, those guys just, you know, it's so hard to just take those guys down." And yeah, you know, 100 hit points on a mobile archer is pretty tough to take on. You know, it's kind of like, I mean, Mangadai are better, but it's kind of like taking on a bunch of Mangadai. It's just hard to do. So this castle gonna go down. There you go. Castle now down. Gonna move on to the next castle, and I can get more cannons out here. There's another cannon, and you can see it's just the cost to get a cannon now is so expensive right now because I gotta sell a ton of food or wait forever for the relics to generate the gold. And that should probably be a target of mine. I didn't even think about until now is to take out Choparva's relics. That way he has no more gold. But I have a good army composition. These cavalry archers to take on his skirmishers, and these, the cavalry archers just to come in and raid and deal with this army, and these hussars take on his skirmishers and also do raiding. Kind of do the dirty work because they are so cheap. And see, I just sold off a bunch of wooden food again for some gold. Shobarba having tons of food, but just not really spending it. He's out of stables. He needs to build more stables, but he's starting to run out of wood. Getting another wood camp up, and yeah, he keeps building these skirmishers, and that's where he's spending a lot of his wood as well. But he doesn't have the wood to keep pumping out military buildings like he probably wants to. Just getting a castle up here just for more map control, and I also have the extra stone. Yeah, that stone pile here I'm actually still mining from, and if I keep mining that, I'll be able to have enough for another castle. Castle coming up, skirmishers coming in, they're gonna have to GB, and he's still missing one of his armor upgrades, so these guys aren't as scary as they could be. And Mameluke's gonna come in, take out these cannons, not protected. Big problems there for Shobarba. And you see what I mean? These castles, all you gotta do is take out the siege, and these castles are basically untouchable. But Mameluke's not really upgraded fully, and yeah, even if they were, Mamelukes are pretty weak against archers. And even though these are cavalry archers and they're good against cavalry, I don't know if I'd go Mamelukes against cavalry archers, especially not with these 100 hit points. I mean, the best way to deal with them for Shobarba at this point is, I guess, skirmishers will deal fine against them, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, I guess don't let them mass that much. Cavalry archers are really expensive, but they're really good at doing what they do. They take forever to upgrade. I know one of my problems in this game, I think I said earlier, was I was so late getting thumb ring up. I mean, I have thumb ring on now, you can see how fast they're shooting, but it would have been nice to have that earlier. And Shobarba, let's see, more cannons coming out, I think. There's one. And Shobarba just got that one castle up, and G. Here's G. Game. Didn't give me a GG, but I think he was pretty upset. He lost this one after having a pretty significant advantage at one point, but just wasn't able to quite hold on, and I think just kind of, once his eco started getting rating them back, I think he just kind of fell apart after that. And anyway, let's go ahead and check out the stats here. Score, military, you see that KDR. I think had Shobarba gotten his upgrades earlier, probably would have been a different game. But once you start losing all those military buildings, and it makes it kind of hard to come back. I think he also had too big of an eco. You can see his largest army is only 69, but he never hit his pop limit either. That was kind of an issue. And even then the resources were still in my favor, but that was probably only because his eco got raided and the game lasted so long. He definitely, I think, had a better eco, especially going into early Imperial Age, and he was so much quicker to go into Imperial Age. He just wasn't quite able to use that tech advantage to the best of its ability, especially since, again, he was so far behind those upgrades. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and tune in next time to see the next matchup between the Turks and Saracens. I've been Chachinator. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.